Standard form second. Standard form second. The equation z is equal to px plus qy plus f of pq. Is said to be standard form second, partial differential equation of first order of standard form second, said to be partial differential equation of first order of standard form second. Standard form second. And the complete integral of standard form second is very easy. Here you can take z is equal to only ax plus by plus f of ab. Otherwise, put this is equation 1, given equation, and the complete integral is of the form ax plus by plus f of ab. There are only two arbitrary constants, so not necessarily to put b in the form of function of a. Keep in mind, in standard form first, there are two arbitrary constants in the complete integral. That means z equal to ax plus by plus small c. There are three constants. So three arbitrary constants not involved in the complete integral of first order partial differential equation involving two independent variables. It must have at most and at least two arbitrary constants. So that provides putting of b equal to some phi of a and convert to three constant into two arbitrary constants. But here there are only two arbitrary constants. The given equation z equal to px plus qy f of pq, it contains two independent variable x and y, and so its complete integral must have two arbitrary constants. Because of that, this is the final complete integral of standard form first. See, this is very easy. Z equal to x plus by f of ab, and this equation is obtained by putting only p equal to a and q equal to b in equation number 1. Otherwise, by putting a equal to p, I am here taking the derivative of equation 2 with respect to a partially. Tell me what is the value? Partial derivative of equation 2 with respect to a. See here, dou z by dou a is there. Tell me the value. Take the derivative for justification. We take the derivative of z with respect to x partially. So LHS dou z by dou x. Tell me what is the value on RHS? I am taking derivative with respect to x. Take the derivative of 2 with respect to x partially. On the LHS we get dou z by dou x is equal to, on the RHS, the derivative of a into x with respect to x is a first plus b into y is 0, f of a b is 0. So only a is there. Check that. A plus 0. And taking the derivative of equation 2 partially with respect to y. Partially with respect to y. Otherwise mention here. Next, differentiating equation 2 partially with respect to y we get? Tell me. Dou z by dou y, and on the RHS, the derivative of ax with respect to y is 0, derivative of b into y is b, and f of a b is independent of small y, and so derivative is 0 whenever we taking derivative with respect to y partially. This equation implies dou z by dou x is p and it is a, p equal to a, and dou z by dou y equal to b implies q equal to b. Or a equal to p and b equal to q. Very easy is there. Putting a equal to p and q equal to b in equation 2. In equation 2, we get z equal to px plus qy plus f of pq, which is given partial differential equation. Given partial differential equation. This is only for the verification. Finally, we get whenever the standard form is z is equal to px plus qy plus f of pq, standard form second, then its complete integral is simply obtained by putting p equal to a and q equal to b, and that is z equal to ax plus by plus f of ab. Now we move towards the general integral. General integral. In short, we denote it by JI, general integral of standard form second. Let b equal to phi of a in equation 2. In equation 2, we get z equal to ax plus by, and b is equal to now phi of a y plus f of a comma b, and b is phi of a. Don't confuse between this f of a phi of a. F is function of a phi of a, that means it is again function of a. Otherwise, let us suppose this is equation number 3, differentiating equation 3 with respect to a partially. Differentiating equation 3 with respect to a partially. With respect to a partially, we get, what we get, tell me? Differentiating equation 3, we get equation 4. Eliminating a from equation 3 and 4, we get required general integral. Next, singular integral. Singular integral. Capital S dot I dot. The complete integral, we know the complete integral z equal to ax plus by plus f of ab. For the singular integral, differentiating that equation. Tell me the number. Is it 2? Equation 2. Differentiating equation 2 partially with respect to a and b, we get two equations. Differentiating equation 2, that is z equal to ax plus by plus f of ab. Differentiating equation 2 with respect to a and b partially, we get. With respect to a and b partially, we get. Z is equal to, with respect to a, 0 is equal to derivative of ax is x, ax plus by, derivative of by is 0, then f of ab, and that is derivative of phi with respect to a partially. I am writing here dou f by dou a, not f dash of a, because f is function of a and b here. And 0 is equal to y dou f by dou b. 0 is equal to y plus dou f by dou b. Otherwise, mention the number. Is it 5 and 6? Otherwise, I am mentioning here where small f is stand for FAB, or f is equivalent to f of AB. Eliminating a from 5 and 6, we get required singular integral. Eliminating a, no, not from 5 and 6, from equation 2, 5 and 6. Eliminating a from equation 2, 5 and 6, we get required singular integral. Required singular integral. Required singular integral. Example, solve z is equal to px plus qy plus p into q, f of pq, p into q. Solution. The given equation is, and take the number 1. The given equation is z equal to px plus qy plus pq. The equation 1 is of the type, either say the type z equal to px plus qy plus f of pq or standard form secant. The equation 1 is of the type z equal to px plus qy plus f of pq, otherwise in bracket standard form secant. Standard form secant. Hence, its complete integral, capital C, capital I, C dot I dot. Hence, its complete integral is given by z equal to ax plus by plus ab. Hence, its complete integral is ax plus by plus ab. General integral. General integral. Let, see, same procedure is there. Let b equal to phi of a. Let b equal to phi of a. In equation 2, we get z equal to ax phi of a into I, a into phi of a, denoted by equation number 3. Differentiating equation 3 partially with respect to a, we get differentiating equation 3 with respect to a, partially we get, with respect to a, partially we get 0 is equal to derivative of ax with respect to a is x, then phi dash of a into I plus the derivative of a into phi of a by using the product rule, x into y. A as it is, and derivative of phi of a is phi dash of a plus phi of a as it is, and derivative of a is 1. So it is phi of a. This is denoted equation number 4. Now eliminating a from equation 3 and 4, we get required general integral. Now singular integral. Singular integral. Differentiating equation 2 with respect to a and b partially we get. Differentiating equation 2 with respect to a and b partially we get. Equation 2 is what? Z is equal to ax plus by plus f of ab. Is it right?
Yes,
Z
sir.
is equal to ax plus by plus f of ab, and take the derivative with respect to a and b. We get LHS as 0, ax x by can be 0, derivative of b into y is 0 with respect to a, and f of ab, and take the derivative with respect to a partially. F is function of both a and b, so I am taking that the value dou f by dou a, and let us denote the next number. Is it 5 or 5? And second equation with respect to b, 0 is equal to derivative of a into x with respect to b, that is 0, b into y, that is y, and f of ab with respect to b, that is dou f by dou b. Denote this equation by 6. Again here, where f is function of f of ab. Now eliminating a, b from equation 2, 5, 6. Eliminating a, b from equation 2, 5 and 6, we get, tell me how to get the value. Oh, this is the theory, but put the particular value of f there, that is a into b, and what is the value?